Hello, this is CK7 again with another commentary for Disney vs. Non-Disney Villains Part 2, Round 4. We start off with Demona versus Cobra Commander and the Baroness. After the attempt to try to assassinate Xanatos, Demona breaks into Cobra's mansion and decides to deal with him head-on. This was a pretty awesome fight, even though I don't have much to say about it, because, like I mentioned before, I never watched Gargoyles or G.I. Joe when I was a kid, so I don't know much about these villains. I will say, though, out of all the Gargoyle villains, I think Xanatos and Demona will have to be one of my favorites. So, yeah. Sorry if it was lagging there. Yeah, just like with Skeletor, Demona loses again. Yeah, sorry if it lagged right there. It might do that every now and then. Alright, now we have Saluk versus Hun. Ruber hands Rukusaki the 40 Thieves, which Hun now controls. That is until Saluk arrives, who reveals to survive this fight with Ruber back in round 8. Yeah, I figured you had to bring Saluk back eventually, because you did use that scene of him being defeated off that cliff, which that was a dead giveaway. I'm just wondering how long he'll be able to stay in the war. Yeah. Nice to see that Saluk wins a fight. Alright, Eli Pandarus versus Dalon Juan. Pandarus goes to infiltrate one of the epilogue layer, which in this case is Dalon Juan from Jackie Chan Adventures. Like I said before, I may have only seen a few episodes of Jackie Chan Adventures, so I don't recall Dalon Juan. And as for Pandarus, I don't remember him from American Dragon Jake Long. Although, from what I've read online, if I recall correctly, the guy who does the voice of Pandarus also did the voice of Jafar, so I find that pretty interesting. This was still a really good fight, though. It was really well edited. Even though the backgrounds don't quite match, you know, Pandarus being in a warehouse and Dalon Juan being in the snowy mountains. But there's nothing you guys could have done about that, but this is still a good fight, though. Right, now... Okay. Ruber sends Lord Malice to recruit some more sorcerers, for fear his powers may be weakening. And that he did lose Rothbar and Rasputin in the last war. And Malice goes out and stumbles upon a curious-looking fox, and the black bear from Disney's The Fox and the Hound. Yeah, I did not expect you guys to use the bear, considering that it's only a minor villain from The Fox and the Hound. It was still cool, though. And of course, the little fox is Darkheart from the Care Bears movie 2. Seriously, though, what is it with Care Bear villains being kids? I mean, I just don't get that. Most of the villains in the Care Bear series tend to be kids. It's just weird. Anyway, Kent Mansley is now working on a new project and hires two scientists. Professor Norton Nimnall from Disney's Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers and Dr. Robotnik from the Sonic series. I think I did watch Sonic when I was a kid, but I'm not sure if it was this series or not. It may have been. But I do remember Norton Nimnall, because he's from Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, which was probably one of my favorite shows on 2 Disney that I watched when I was a kid. Probably my top 10 favorites. But I'm kind of disappointed that he lost in the fight, and I am hoping that you bring him back, because I'm pretty sure he has more footage. And I've had this idea that maybe he could team up with Dr. Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb, since you guys have not yet featured Doofenshmirtz yet, and I'm just wondering, are you going to be featuring him anytime soon? Because Phineas and Ferb has become such a popular Disney show that I'm surprised he has not yet made an appearance, so I think he should make an appearance soon. And I thought it'd be really cool if he teamed up with Norton Nimnall. Maybe. It was just an idea. Okay, Chang versus Mojo Jojo. Mojo has survived his fight with Dr. Draken, and goes out to find the key in possession of Madame Medusa, who, from what I read on the description, is in hiding. So I'm guessing that she's not completely out of the war yet, that you may bring her back. I don't know. And just like with Pandarus, I don't remember Chang from the series. I'm guessing she was like from the last couple episodes of American Dragon Dalon, that she worked alongside the Dark Dragon, I think. I don't really remember. Not much else to say about this fight, mainly because, yeah, I've never watched Powerpuff Girls, and I've only seen a few episodes of Dalon, so I just don't know these villains very well. Let's put it that way. Alright, Huntsman versus the Skeleton King. I kind of figured you guys would make this fight, considering that they are kind of similar villains. The Huntsman wants to destroy magic users, and the Skeleton King uses magic, so I guess that makes them polar opposites. So I guess the Huntsman is kind of like Frollo in a way. And I don't know why many people consider the Huntsgirl a villain. I mean, I guess she is kind of a villain in the beginning of the series, then becomes an anti-hero, and then finally becomes a hero. Or something like that. Because as we all know, the Huntsgirl is really Rose, who is Jake's girlfriend. And it's not until somewhere in the series where Jake realizes that the Huntsgirl is Rose, and that Rose later on finds out that the American Dragon is Jake. But you could kind of say the relationship is kind of like a Romeo and Juliet type thing, that they are in love with each other, but they can't really be together because they're supposed to be enemies. So that's the reason why I find this show not only awesome, but also very depressing in a way, so yeah. I will say that out of all the Disney television couples, I think Jake and Rose, Kim and Ron, and Phineas and Isabella will have to be my favorites. Even though Phineas and Isabella, that's not really an official couple, at least not yet. But it still counts as one. Alright, in the final fight, Nessus versus Aku. Eris has a plan to rid of Hades, but Aku suggests they should rid of his followers one by one, starting with the River Guardian, Nessus. Just like with the bear, I did not expect to see Nessus because he's only a minor villain in Hercules. Which is not a bad thing. A nice way to give Aku a beginner villain to fight. And I never watched Samurai Jack, so I don't know much about Aku. But he seems like a pretty cool villain. Now for the epilogue, where Megatron meets up with the Decepticons. Yeah, if you remember from the home intermission round, Megatron was turned into Galvatron by Mach, but now he's back to Megatron, so that kind of confused me at first until I saw the next round. Arukasaki, like always, is ticked at Stockman and Hun for failing. The Hunts clan and Saluk are recruited by Shanyu, Yzma, and Mozenrath. At the Forbidden Mountains, Maleficent makes her first wish to bring back Diablo. Again, sorry with the stalling. I don't know what's up. This is a new program I recently installed to make this screen recorder. So yeah. Demona meets up with Destro in a secret alliance, I guess.
Sabotage, infiltration, and assassination.
Lord Malice introduces Darkheart to Ruber, who at first is unimpressed until he shows his true form. At Snake Mountain, Skeletor recruits his allies, Evil Lyn, Trapjaw, Triclops, and Beastman. And Merman. And the Skeleton King recruits Queen Law. Yeah, that really surprised me, but in a good way, because Tarzan is one of my favorite Disney movies, and I did love watching the TV series, The Legend of Tarzan. So yeah, it's great to see you're using the Tarzan villains, like starting with Queen Law, and I noticed you later on use Starquite and Rokoff, and I'm hoping to see some of the others, like Two Blood and Lady Wacom, later on as the series progresses on. And Queen Grimhild is back! Yeah, I kind of figured you have to bring her back, because she still has just a little bit of footage left you can use. So yeah, this is Secret Problem 7, and have a nice day.